On today's video, I will be unboxing the ComJot CJ1UV, and this is the Android ham radio. And I just got it yesterday from Ham Radio Outlet, and I went through last night and this morning and had to do a ticket because something wasn't working, and I had to go through and get some help on some other stuff. So I'm glad I went through to do that did that before, so now I can do the unboxing after and kind of really walk through what I learned. So this is it. So it comes in a small box, and inside is this piece of paper, and on the top it has a really important note on here that I'm really glad I read. After powering on your Android device, please wait at least 30 seconds once the home screen fully loads before launching the Unified Radios application. This short delay is crucial as it ensures that the internal RF module has enough time to complete its own startup process. Launching the app too quickly can interrupt this sequence, potentially negatively affecting your device's performance and reliability. So I'm really glad I read that at first, and I let it sit for quite a while just to be super duper sure. This is a soft touch foam, and this is sitting on top. It's a screen, the film that goes on the screen protector, but I want it as a reminder that it did come with a screen protector. This is it. It is kind of orange borders on the side. It's got a clip on the back and cameras with a flash, and then the kind of Motorola style side there, the HD1, HD2 Alliance radio, and then the front with some buttons. The top has the antenna connector there, and then a volume knob that's here. And then on the sides, I think that these are for a charging dock. I saw there used to be one on Ham Radio Outlet's website, but it's not there anymore. And then again, there is a screen protector that's on it with the cameras on the front, but I took this off just for me. So this is the radio. Let me get that right there. And then, again, this is a really good soft touch phone. Like, I can tell they must have gone through a few iterations because this feels really good for shipping. Then there's a piece of cardboard. And then inside there is a USB-A US plug, and then it's USB-A to USB-C, and I just have a USB-C, I guess like most people these days, so I just plugged into that. Then I re-baggaged all this stuff after I did it just so I could show. This is the clip, and then this is the antenna. I would really like if they could have like a short antenna, like the R-Finder, I think B1 Plus has. So there's that, and then this is the battery, sorry, this is the package for the battery, and the battery's already in it. And then that's it. So I will take this, we'll pop this back on. For the battery, there's a little slide lock that comes up, and then this pops off. The belt clip has these little ridges to help hold a little more friction. And then just like several other radios, it just clips on, kind of tilted up, on slides, and that's in there. And then just like all the, I think SMA, correct? So on here, the antenna is FM 136 to 174, and then 400 to 470 megahertz. On the bottom is what I was reading. And then it just screws in. And so this is the radio. You can see in a hand, that's about what it looks like. Your PTT is this button right here. There is an SOS button that is right here. And then a button here that I haven't figured out yet. A physical up and down button which does the same thing as the dial on top. There's a button here that's on the side. Then there's a lower button here, and this is the one that locks the screen. So this is the only one programmed so far. I haven't dug into all the button programming. This is the power button, and then again the like Motorola style mic connector. So if you just take and press it, make sure it's still in frame. So that's the welcome screen. Sorry, I'm having to look from a camera. It's quick, I guess. I am coming from an iPhone person, so subjective, but it doesn't feel as quick as that. So anyway, that will load. And then the buttons on the bottom, I guess, can do that. So home, back, and then this is the menu button. This has been a learning curve for me too, last night and this morning, because again, the last Android I had was, I think, a Galaxy 3. So that was a long time ago. Everything's been iPhone ever since. So just I've had to Google a lot just on controls and stuff. And another thing that I wanted to point out is it's just phone starting. Another thing I want to point out is the tech support was really good. I put in a ticket for a couple of issues that I'll go over. And the first ticket, I had an answer back. It was, I think, within an hour, maybe. And then this was at like 7 o'clock at night, maybe. And then I was having some audio issues, which I'll go into in a minute. And then that ticket, there was a step-by-step video that was up this morning, so overnight, and it was done. So on here, you know what? Lesson learned. Let me get this the brightness. There we go. Okay. So that's the brightness. It's, I guess, normal Android phone things. So to get to the apps, which I had to learn, you swipe up. There are your apps. I'm going to look down, sorry. And then up here you swipe down, and then you get kind of your basic controls, and you swipe down again. Those are all your controls, and then your settings, which I needed help navigating. All of your settings pop up there. Again, it's not as fast as an iPhone, but it's also not as expensive as iPhone, and you're getting a radio, a DMR radio, analog radio, voice radio over IP radio, and a cell phone, and something to watch Pluto TV on. And then so when you open it, there is an app. I moved mine to the bottom corner, and that is the loading screen. Oh, well, look at that. There's already another beta. Well, I will just talk about it while that downloads then. So the issues I had, the first issue was, it was just user error, I guess, trying to get the update done on the app itself. I couldn't figure that out, and I had to go through the ComJot website to do it. So look, we'll do this together. We'll just install this. Let me get that. There we go. All right. And then there you go, installing and update. So the first issue was I needed to update it, and the app itself, Unified Radios, and I could not figure out how to do that, and that was because I had to go to the Unified Radios website and do an update from there. I did the update, I played around with it, and I went through and got it working, and then I couldn't hear any audio. So I went through and I downloaded Pluto and the TV app, and just to make sure that like audio was working, like period, on here, and it was. Let me straighten that up a little bit. And so I tried going through some other stuff. YouTube still doesn't work on this, which I'm still trying to figure that part out. I'll probably put in a ticket for that just to make sure that's not user error also. But when I sent in a message and I took a screenshot because I could key up and I would do parrot on, I believe it was Brandmeister TGIF, I can't remember which one. And And I went through, and I could see my call sign show up on the last heard drop down that's on those sites. I think it was TGI, no, it was Brandmeister, I think, and I could see it. But there was no audio. And then one thing that I'll get to in a minute that I'm really sold on this Android kind of future radio thing. I went on to the Unified Radio website, and that's where you can do a lot of your programming online. You don't need a cable, which is just incredible, because I'm dealing with a programming cable issue right now I'm working on. And so I put in, they have a default for weather, and weather is always kind of the default to go to, so I went to the weather, and I couldn't hear anything. But which was helpful is that the text was green, and there's a green LED that's here. And so I knew it was receiving. I assumed those two things meant receiving, kind of like other radio things. And then I could tell when I was keying up for Brandmeister that it was red, and that was working. And I just could not figure out what was going on. And I had not tried a simplex radio, which I should have. I tried that today. That was, again, that's me. So I went through, and then I put in a ticket, and I sent a screenshot of Brandmeister, and it turned out that I needed to have a firmware update of this. And apparently this is a new update of the software too. And that firmware update had really clear directions. I'm going to link them below, because it was how to do the firmware update, and it was so helpful. And again, it was through ComJot, not through an app store. That again, just learning curve for me on this whole thing. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to do a whole bunch of videos on this. What I am sold on this is the no programming cable. I can go on, and everything is through the Unified Radio's website. There's a web page that has your login for TGIF and Brandmeister. There's another tab that's in there for your memories. I remember, so the first issue I had was I could not get this device to link to that website. That's why I had to do a new update to get a new device ID. So, and I'll link that down below too, because that was super helpful, because none of this would have worked if the device ID wouldn't have connected to the Unified Radio website. So back to the thing. So what's nice is that memories channel and zones, just like on other DMR stuff, you add a zone, you add the channels, and then it just takes a moment, and then it syncs. I have no SIM card in this. This is all Wi-Fi so far for me. And I've been able to, again, pair it, and then I was able to listen to a DMR TGIF group that was just talking several hours ago, just to make sure, audio was going back and forth. And then I showed up on the list, which is great. But this is it's a really good, we'll see how things go. It's new technology. There's not many out. I haven't seen many videos on this radio, and the R-Finder radio, excuse me, is about twice as much. And time will tell, but I'm pretty impressed. Just the fact that the programming cable alone, only because I'm dealing with a programming issue with Windows 11 and the prolific stuff right now. So this is great. So that's it. Sort of quick video, unboxing, talk through, and then I will put out a bunch of videos, because there's so much on this that I wish I had known, because there just aren't many videos online, I'm assuming, because this is so new. But again, tech support was great.
Meeting on the air first and third Monday, 7 p.m. W5FC.
So there's the audio, if that helped. And it seems good. We'll see how it goes. I've been off the air a lot on ham radio stuff, just with school and swamped with life and school and everything going on. But this, I want to get some videos out, because this radio, again, is half the cost of the R-Finder. It works. There's not all the drama with the R-Finder stuff that's kind of going on at this point in time. This is the end of June 2025, so hopefully that's all resolved soon. Anyway, that's it for real this time. Thank you for watching, and this was the, let me make sure I get the name right. This is the ComJot CJ1UV. Thank you for watching.